More TikTok ban news. Are you ready? Let's go. This morning, the Supreme Court did oral arguments around the TikTok ban and what's happening. In case you are a little behind or unsure what's happening, US has asked TikTok to disband because it's owned by a Chinese company. The Chinese company is suspected of doing surveillance or stealing data with its algorithms and how it's collecting information from its TikTok users. So in essence, the US sees it as a data privacy issue. They've asked TikTok, the parent company ByteDance, to divest their company, meaning sell some of it or the majority of it to a US company so that the US can have more control over what's happening with the data that it's collecting. If it's not done by then or by the 19th, they're saying no more TikTok. Today, the Supreme Court justices did oral arguments around it, and it sounds like by some of the questions being posed and some of the discussion that happened in the oral arguments, they're going to uphold TikTok being banned. There are real security issues around this. It's a data privacy issue for sure, and there are no clear answers on how to control it. TikTok is trying to use First Amendment rights to support keeping TikTok. However, TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, so Supreme Court is saying you have no First Amendment rights. You're not even a US company. So again, based on some of the questions being asked by the Supreme Court justices, it's sounding like they're going to uphold the ban on TikTok. The hope that still remains is that one of the justices did ask, are we giving TikTok enough time to divest and have another US company intervene and help and buy some of their shares? So the hope is there will be more time for TikTok to find a US company and integrate with that company, and there's still hope that President Trump will intervene and do something to save TikTok. So again, just a quick recap of what the Supreme Court justices argued this morning, and again, doesn't look great based on a lot of their questions and how they were interpreting the law. It looks like they are going to uphold the ban on TikTok. So the hope is that TikTok will find a US company, or a US company will find them and decide to buy, and they will agree to divest, and or something will happen with President Trump coming in and helping to save TikTok. Either way, it looks like it is more of a data privacy issue, which is somewhat true, but data privacy is an issue with Facebook, Instagram, all of the social media channels. Why they have focused in on TikTok, I'm sure it's because they are a Chinese company, and we'll see what happens.